right, Battlefield of Eternity. We have Team Germany on the left-hand side and Team Ukraine on the right. This is going to be a 10-minute gamble.
Yes! Yes!
Let's see those primes.
Yeah, chat, let's see those primes. D, thank you for the Prime Gaming for 8 months. If you would like to use your Prime Gaming, you can use it here. And if 2 other people use their Prime Gaming, then we'll start a hype train. Who doesn't want to summon Major Pain to talk about being in the forest? Choo choo. Thank you so much, Dita. I really appreciate that. Beer and meat is gone. I'm making 5 pounds of it right now. I'll send some. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I could use more. I did do, I made some, it's you know, generic, like, rice-a-roni. It's nothing special, but I did make some Mexican rice last night to go with some of the extra, because I didn't have a ton of meat left over, so I needed some extra sort of, like, filler. So I did do that. That was actually pretty good with it, but that, like, Mexican rice or whatever, the Spanish rice you can get, I think it's actually Mexican rice, but, it's so, like, whatever. But, and, you know, it added a new, like, texture, flavor. It was interesting. But yeah, after D&D, I had like 3 birria tacos, and I was like, oh, I ate all the meat. Whoops. All right, let's get into it. We are here, everybody, to rock and roll into our second best of 3 of the day. We got 3 best of 3s for all of you. The first one went the distance, as we are going to be here in Battlefield with Germany on the left side, Ukraine on the right side. This will be the first pick going over to Team Ukraine, and map pick over to the side of Team Germany. I'm just double checking. And I believe actually Team Germany won the coin flip, opting.
I'm a buff baby that can dance like a man. I can shake 'em my fanny, I can shake 'em my can. I'm a tough tootin' baby, I can punch in your buns. Punch in your buns, I can punch all your buns. If you're an evil witch, I will punch you for fun.
Meat.
Hostile, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Holy Jesus, thank you so very much. If one person that isn't Deet or Hostile would like to gift a sub, use their Prime Gaming, use 100 bits, you can start a hype train. But thank you so very much, Hostile, and thank you again, Deet, for your support to the channel. As we do have the we have the Chromie and the Hogger banned away on the left-hand side by Team Germany. This is going to be Urel and Genji banned away by Team Ukraine. Now, here's the thing. Will Ukraine go for the Sylvanas early? Because Opaka has an insane Sylvanas. They're not going to go for it. So Hanzo Tyrael left side, Blaze Johanna Cassia right side as we get into the mid-ban phase. Hostile.
Yes.
Congratulations on your 35 watch streak. Excuse me, I misread. Yeah, 35 watch streak. Congratulations, bud. A lot of streakers today. We had 100, I think, from Lard, Captain Moron with 40, Hostile 35, bunch of streakers. Big Sid with 100 bits. No message. But
once upon a time, deep in the jungle, there was a little engine that could.
Sylvanas gets banned.
Chugging his way across the enemy
Not surprising.
line. Chugga, 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 toot, toot.
Big Sid, thank you for the 100
sucking
bits.
at something is the first step towards being sort of good at something.
Thank you so very much, bud. Choo choo, everybody. Li Ming and Sylvanas do get banned out as we do start our hype train. If you want to take part, you can take part. If not, thanks everyone for starting that out. I appreciate you so very much. Tonmad streaking on the weekend. Well, that's the best time to streak. You got no employment the next day. You might as well streak on the weekend. Thank you all so very much again for the hype train. That's wickedly generous of you as we get into the latter half of the draft with Li Ming and Sylvanas banned in the mid-ban phase. Malfurion and Thrall. Malfurion and Thrall will be picked up by Team Germany. And what do we get for the last 2 on the right-hand side? Gonna need a healer, possibly Anduin. Genji has been banned, so nothing with that. Could see, honestly, you could also see a like an Imperius here or a Malthael potentially. Like a healer and then another bruiser and Hypercarry Cassia. Could see, I don't know if we'll see a mage. Yeah, Grey Main for more race, and then White Main. Sally Thigh Main, because, you know, thighs. We are going to be having a really good aggressive race composition from Ukraine. Very aggressive team fighting as well. Last pick on the left-hand side. What are we going to get for the unique Ultralisk pick? Is there... I doubt it's Kerrigan for this map. I could see a mage of a sort. I don't know. Maybe a Rainer even.
Let the games begin.
I wasn't anticipating a Medivh for sure. All right, Medivh will be grabbed, and that is going to be our draft for both these teams. Map number 1 in our second of 3 best of 3s today. France 2 did forfeit their game against Germany. Why? I don't... Nick, that's right. Yeah, it was Nick instead of Dark Wolf. That's right. Sorry, I literally went back to look at the previous tournament. All right, sorry, I was just looking up. Yeah, it was Nick instead of Dark Wolf back in 2023. Hey, and thank you everyone for the hype train. That was so generous of all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate every little bit. Thank you, everyone. Y'all are wickedly generous and very, very awesome. Left side, as we get into this Team Germany versus Team Ukraine matchup. Germany in the blue with Hazuab's Thrall, Dark Wolf Tyrael, Medivh played by Ultraless, Dino, Hanzo, and Death Knight is going to be your Malfurion. Right side is going to be Team Ukraine, Holpaka Blaze, Yashiro Cassia, Blu-ray Johanna, Roby Kenobi Greymane, and Gelinjik is your white... Sorry, excuse me, your white main. A little too much tea too quickly. 5, 4, Malfurion, Emerald Dreams. 3, 2, you do have your Portal Mastery, Medivh, Adrenaline Stim Pack, Justice for... No, that's Salvation, excuse me. Salvation for the Tyrael. Simple Geometry, Hanzo, Pity the Frail, White Mane, Viciousness, Greymane, Thunderstroke, Cassia, Zealous Glare, Johanna, and Thrall. In the solo, Echo of the Elements as we kind of anticipated. Greymane, a couple autos on the Dino, answers back with a Stormbow as well. A Malfurion Moonfire goes out as I believe the regrowth is going to be applied to Dino right here. Looking for a couple more scatter hits, up to 4 already. Medivh, baseline Arcane Rift, also on 4 stacks. Looking to play within that bush, getting hit by the Searing Lashes of this White Mane, which does get that secondary trigger. But for those that don't know, the Pity the Frail, for every hero hit by Searing Lash, lower the cooldown of Inquisition by 1.5 seconds. Allies below 30% health receive 25% more healing from White Mane. If only it said passive. Defending from Cassia into the wave. We do have Blu-ray with some shield glares coming out. A Emerald Dreams puts Greymane down for a small nap, but Roby Kenobi wakes up, goes in for the onslaught, or the Dark Flight with the Razor Swipes. There we go. Onto Dino, just still trying to pressure here and there as the Inner Beast is going to expire in a second. You see that purple glow expiring, but Roby Kenobi and Blu-ray are going to go ahead and hearth out for full. Thrall top lane. Echo the Elements is going to be trying to work through that against this Blaze right now, and Hazu just playing it safe, checking camp. Also, I think Hazu's trying to feign that he's actually going to that camp. How do we do on the gamble? Oh, pretty good. Nicely done. Big beliefs on the Germany team, which I don't blame you. Sonic Arrow to get vision. Dark Wolf comes in. The Tyrael with that Endurance might teleport. Greymane Dark Flight in as well. We do have the teleport. Portal set up by Medivh. Very low Tyrael is going to be taken down here. First Blood will be picked up by the side of Team Ukraine. And Death Timer got about 3 seconds off and some damage into the enemies, but nobody will fall to that Archangel's Wrath explosion. Cocktails splashing here and there, poking 20 of the 40 stacks from Medivh. 40 of the Thrall, so he's getting close to getting his first milestone for the mana cost reduction. And simple geometry, 4 stacks needed for Dino here as we enter into level 4s on both sides. Thick skin for the Greymane. We could see possible Worgen build for them, or just wants that 50 physical armor when they go into that Worgen form, looking for more aggressive dive. Pretty much standard stuff otherwise. Martyrdom, you've got your, I am blanking. Subdue for the Johanna, there we go. Pharaoh Spirit on the Thrall for the Frostwolf pack. We'll be seeing that reciprocate for the Tyrael level 4 as well. Raven Familiars, you heard the birds right there. Hanzo big level 4 with the serrated arrows to minions, mercenaries, and monsters. The objective here is considered a monster, or labeled as such. Impaler can't fall in Shaman. Big siege in the fort gate of top lane. Hanzo simple geometry is done. Cassia dealing with the bottom lane wave. Jet propulsion goes out, but it's met by a Pharaoh Spirit of Thrall. Up to 3 stacks on that Frostwolf for Hazuabs. And of course, if he misses a Pharaoh Spirit, he will be reset back down to 0. 6 stacks in total needed. As a bit of pressure is applied to Dark Wolf's health bar, but he won't be taken down. Chain Lightning finishes out the Fallen Shaman. Still have the 3 Impalers getting some damage onto the fort. As your Greymane is going to start racing on the south side. The first objective is completely scripted. First and second phasing. Johanna with a small condemn. Cassia be rooted and woken up immediately by Dark Wolf. The Giggle Beam from Whitemane coming out onto Dark Wolf as your Inquisition gets some damage. Greymane, I apologize, will be taken down by the Hanzo as well as the Medivh, but wait a minute, Medivh! Death Knight almost falls to Yashiro, but the Medivh stacks. He was over 20 stacks. I didn't know where he was. Actually, I didn't see where he was with that stackage, but that is going to be the double kill for Team Ukraine, and they get the reset. Uh-oh, Death Knight body blocked. Jet Propulsion hits right there. Oh, man. Team Germany losing a couple members and possibly the Immortal. They are going to go for a race here on the left-hand side. Yashiro on the left also going to get some poke as well into a couple of the enemies, some blinds as well. They're all trying to back away. Condemn will pull this Hazu back for a moment, but he will not be taken down. He's able to get through the portal. This is going to be the right side race. Is finished up by Greymane. Wait, does he get it? Immortal for the side of Germany, as Greymane autos were not quick enough. He did go Quicksilver Bullets at level 7, by the way. Immortal, Condemn, immediately onto the Ethereal. Alturin's might to chase in. And you got your Iron Skin from Johanna forced out. Man, I can't believe Germany won that. I really thought it was going to be a Ukrainian Immortal for possibly bottom lane, actually. But either way, we'll see what this is going to be yielding, as Fort Gate is still up and available for Team Ukraine. Small portal, big condemn, no subdue to be finished out, as it was only a triple hit. And Immortal gets Fort Gate, a little bit of damage onto the fort as well. Shield glares are going out. Thrall is zoned back to Blaze. Actually, Blaze rotating. Good natural agility from Dido to avoid the Jet Propulsion. Oil Slick down on the ground. Medivh, 9 stacks. Hanzo gets the portal. There's going to be Twin Flames. The Force of Will denying any fatal Twin Flame damage. Jet Propulsion lands on a Dark Wolf. As Greymane needs to use Dark Flex back off. 35 stacks for the Thrall, so he needs 5 more, less than that actually right now, 4 more stacks for him, and he'll be able to get the secondary charge and extra bounce with his Chain Lightning. And 10 Talons here getting close. Actually, we might have a contest over this top lane camp. Scatter hits Yashiro. Turin's might in. Roby Kenobi getting a little bit low. The Greymane tries to back away. The portal set up by Medivh. They jump in, fend from Cassie immediately. Whitemane gets rooted and slept. Greymane lunging in, and he'll be taken down by Hanzo. 2 to 4 in kills overall, and Germany picking up a bit more experience here. Blue Ray gonna hearth out behind the fort. No interrupt, I believe. The scatter didn't hit. I thought it was going to. And Sonic Arrow. Immortal phase is here. Oh no. Portal set up. Yashiro kind of caught between a lot of this. If only there was a fort to defend or something like that. Condemned from Johanna. She's re-engaged the enemies. A shield glare comes out. A Blessed Shield was not utilized. Valkyrie, Bunker have been. Curse Bullet and your Scarlet Aegis for the Whitemane. 444 HP, 40 armor for 4 seconds. Sundering, Judgment, Leyline Seal, Dragon's Arrow, and Tranquility will be your Germany heroics. As Blaze has this Impaler camp for bottom lane. Thrall is definitely going to be over the 40 mark on that stackage, and Blaze going to get an auto on the fort, which will inspire the minion waves. If he can do it, we can do it, right? The second Immortal here is going to be started out by Yashiro for a little bit of race. Greymane going to have Inner Beast active, jumps into Worgen form. Hanzo trying to get some scatters. Johanna harassing with shield glares and body blocking some of those pokes here and there as Blu-ray looks to get out of here. Portal again from Medivh. Dragon's Arrow lands. Iron Skin was active. Scarlet Aegis from Whitemane will be utilized. The Valkyrie does not get the pull onto the enemy. And the first half of the Immortal phase is going to be picked up by Team Ukraine. And so you're looking at 43 stacks for your Thrall, 63 for your Cassia, 27 for the Medivh as the Immortals have gone onto defensive side, or race potential side, excuse me. Immortal over here on the right side should be taken down. This should be Team Ukraine with this second Immortal of the map. Blaze in bottom? Ah, he's fine. Okay. I thought there was an attempt to collapse on him, but not the case. Immortal heads to top lane in favor of Team Ukraine. Big bad Belth in the top lane. The bottom lane forward on a small amount of HP that Blaze will probably get during the siege. I'm expecting a 4-1 setup. Does look like a 5-man defense from the side of Germany, so Blaze will be able to get that forward. Actually, Thrall is heading down into bottom lane, but with the trajectory of everything, Blaze should be able to get this. I don't see a world where Hazu defends this fort completely. Let's go. That's a good jump propulsion initiation, by the way. Back in the top lane, though. Fort in top lane will be taken down. Fallen Shaman was grabbed on the right side as well, so amplified siege value. Great Maiden Beast is active. That's going to be a Valkyrie finding no pole. 29 stacks on your baseline for the Medivh. Immortal around 50% HP. And this will be keep gate taking damage. Maybe taken down, and that's probably about it. Couple autos on the Dark Wolf here. Jet Propulsion does not get the stun they're hoping for. Tyrael jumps into the back line. No level 13 for Sword of Justice or Holy Ground or anything like that. Thrall does finish his Frostbolt pack, and he's less than 50 stacks to go for his Mythic. Oil Slick thrown back. There's a Judgment from Tyrael onto the Johanna. Does she have a Iron Skin? Dragon's Arrow reinitiation. The Leyline Seal. White Mane Scarlet Aegis will be activated, but it doesn't get its trigger onto the White Mane, and she'll be taken down. Team Germany portal forward, and that is a kill into White Mane. Germany turn on the turbo. Post 13 here, and they are going to find the triple kill.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
6 stacks for your Medivh needed for him to be able to finish out his Arcane Rift. We're going to get that 13.5 for both sides with these couple kills. Everything is pretty much equal between the two. Maybe seeing Team Germany pull ahead and experience a little bit as we have a reset from Dino Ultralisk in the top of the map after grabbing Impaler Camp. Dark Wolf is pushing up the wave, and next Immortal phase on the east-west positioning, but it's going to be on defensive sides as we naturally see the vision for our blue side squad, so you see the shield on the left.
Prepare yourselves. I will reach your position shortly.
Alright, so Impaler top lane slowly pushing up. Fallen Shaman, which is being worked on by Death Knight and Dino, will be grabbed for bottom. Blaze with the Adrenaline Stim Pack trying to clear out the wave and such in top, and still actually a little bit of experience over to Ukraine, but I think it's just mostly from current mini waves or maybe a camp or two. That's going to be a portal forward. Blu-ray does manage to back off, burning Halo level 7 from Tyrael. See, teleports in, but there's that level 13 Sword of Justice. Double teleport back. Hanzo working on the Immortal. Jet Propulsion finds its connection. Force of Will applied afterwards. Itty bitty portal from Medivh here as Hanzo uses natural agility to back away. Valkyrie. No! Wait, okay. 35 stacks for the Medivh. I thought he was going to die there, but the Leyline Seal creates the space he needs to back off and burn up. Barrel Spear from Thrall thrown in. 73 of the 100 stacks for Echo of the Elements Mythic. We do have that Fallen Shaman into bottom lane taken down by tower shots. Cassia quickly clearing things out on top, or at least getting the experience, and gets a Lightning Fury onto the minion wave, but wants to join the allies as Dino fishes for a few scatters onto the Immortal from a safe position. Blaze may be going for a flank here, but I believe it has been scouted out. Jet Propulsion doesn't get the stun that they're hoping for as Tyrael jumps out with the Adruin's Might teleport, doubles back again. Four stacks from Medivh, 3 stacks from Medivh needed here. I don't think Ukraine's gonna get another Medivh kill before he finishes those stacks, so I think he should be good. Now Blaze flanking on the left-hand side. Portal is set up, and Hanzo's able to jump through that. Raven Familiar gets a trigger as well, if I'm not mistaken. Druin's Might thrown down the ground. Thrall is going to pick up some experience for bottom lane. 16 talents here closing in. Sundering will be activated. There's going to be a Curse Bullet. Answer back to Valkyrie. This is the Judgment on to Cassia. She gets a cleanse afterwards from the White Maid's intersection. Bless you from Johanna into Malfurion and the Hanzo, who lands a Dragon's Arrow onto the Cassia. The White Maid Scarlet Aegis will be activated. That 40 armor stalled by the Medivh. Leyline Seal. Tyrael will be taken down first in the engagement. Is he getting any death timer reduction? I didn't see, as Alpaca is low, but will not fall. Another portal from Medivh is set up. There's going to be a huge amount of damage onto Hazuabs, who's able to jump back through the portal and will not be taken down. And the Immortal phase, by the way, is still in its first phasing. Dino, Scatter goes out. Yashiro gets a small amount of damage with that Lightning Fury. 92 stacks, by the way, at 13.5 minutes in. for this Cassia. Real big stackage for her. 87 for the Thrall, 13 more for him to go. No sub done for the Johanna just yet. Possibly going to happen as the Immortals go into north-south positioning. Juggernaut plating for the Blaze. You have your Power Strike for the Cassia. Also looking at your Holy Renewal. Greymane is going to be picking up his Alpha Killer. You have your Harsh Discipline with the Lashing Out, 13-16. And a Burning Halo, Aldruin's Might on that right side camp to check. Shield Glare's coming up from Johanna. Blaze looking to join in as well. Once again, maybe setting up for a flank. There is going to be an Impaler camp in bottom lane, slowly working up onto that keep gate as Thrall gets some more soak in top lane, trying to finish out his Echo the Elements. He could get it off that top lane wave. 97 stacks, 98, 99, and he's done with the Mythic at 1430. He does have that Thunderstorm, level 16. No stacks on that one as Blaze continues to pressure bottom lane. Double catapult here. Keep gate being opened up. A little poke here and there out from the Ukrainian members up against Team Germany. Thrall's gonna go clear things out over here. 4v4 around the objective areas. Tyrael's jumping back and forth. Greymane does not have Inner Beast active. Blaze joining the allies. Top lane wave is pushing up. There's going to be Twin Flames initiating. Oil Sick on the left-hand side. It is going to be Suppressive Fire level 7 as the Sundering Dragon's Arrow condemn. Tranquility from Malfurion. Leyline Seal captures 3. Bunker from Blaze has been summoned as well. And Greymane tries to Razor Swipe, tries to get inside the bunker. He will be able to do so, maneuvering south side on this engagement as he does try and back away from all those Chain Lightnings. The jump propulsion from Blaze finding a stun onto Thrall, but he's going to get a Force of Will, and Team Germany will find the double kill. Can they make it a triple up against Roby Kenobi? And Thrall is not going to sustain the chase. There is still that Impaler in bottom, which will be cleared up by the minion wave. And this is Immortal, I believe, going into the bottom lane in favor of Team Germany. Wow, wait, what a fight, what a game, what a brawl! Reset from Dino and Death Knight. Immortal will head into bottom, as I mentioned, since the fort is still here. And Tyrael is going to start working on the minion wave already. 103 stacks for your Cassia. No subdue for the Johanna. And we're getting closer to 20s. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers right now.
The heavens shall triumph this day. I shall march for Hell's Gates.
Valerian will march for Hell's Gates. And some poke onto the fort, which will spread over to Blue Ray, chunking this Johanna down a little bit. Dragon's Arrow lands onto Johanna. Should get the Iron Skin activation afterwards. Valkyrie from Cassia tried to pull someone into the fort gate, but it's not going to work out. Tyrael did jump forward as well. Immortal getting good siege. Sundering from Thrall on the left of your screen harasses, and that's really all it's going to do. As the deep Leyline Seal goes out, missing onto the enemies. The Immortal gets most of the keep gates, gets all of the keep gates. Meanwhile, the Fallen Shaman in top lane with the catapult fixated on the keep needs to be dealt with by Hazu. But you're going to see here the Chain Lightning with the Echo of the Elements value. It's really good clear onto this. Feral Spirit, Frostwell Pack has already been completed, so you can spam the Feral Spirits into the lane and the minions and such. But Hazu has the clear onto this. The keep will be around 50%. Now, if the next Immortal is won by the members of Ukraine, it'll go into bottom lane. If it's won by Germany, I believe it goes into bottom lane as well. Take a look here, really. Actually, no, it goes into top lane. Top lane still having more keep gate available. All right, it's the race to 20 with a quarter experience gap between the two teams. Faster on the left-hand side for Germany as Blaze trying to get another wave pushed up. Did grab the Impaler camp. Allies on the right side of the map are maybe going to be joining in here. Yeah, it's about a half a level at this point. And the Immortal announcement is going to be pretty soon, too. Oh, what are we going to get it for 20s, though? World Breaker, maybe? Angel of Justice, Medivh Cheats, Bullseye, Serenity. Could see a Blunderbuss, could see a... oh, I hear a Dragon's Arrow. It's going to miss onto the Greymane, but Thrall will have the kill.
I am on my way, mortals.
And that'll push in for 20 a little bit faster. Cassia fending into Thrall, but he gets the Force of Will, and Yashiro needs to back off. Medivh cheats, Bullseye, Serenity. It's Wind Fury, actually, for the Thrall. He's not going to go into World Breaker. Okay. So Hazu's going to Hearth out. He's going to go deal with this top lane camp and wave. While he is gone, it is 4v4, but Greymane dead for 33 more seconds in that 4v4, so the Immortals will be here. Dino's already working on the race. Shield Glare to delay things out. Judgment from Tyrael. Blaze summons the bunker. Leyline Seal slows him down or stops him. And a Jet Propulsion to disengage from Blaze, but very close to 20 on the right side for Team Ukraine. Realistically, this is anyone's game for map number 1. Sundering hits onto Johanna, should get the Iron Skin activation. Bullseye stuns, Portal from Medivh, Raven Familiar, Judgment from Tyrael comes through, and that's Johanna taken down. Brawl is done with Thunderstorm again, the Valkyrie comes through, that will be Whitemane picked off. Leyline Seal, Tranquility from Malfurion, the root underneath Alpaca. Juggernaut plating is active and does get that shielding, but it's not going to be enough as the portal again set up. The Raven Familiar for the slow. The Arrow Spear comes through. Yashiro is going to be taken down. Alone Greymane. And oof, that's a voice line right there, huh, Tyrael? I thought it was Alarak for a second, but Keep is going to be taken down. Greymane, the only defender in Team Germany, is calling for core. Greymane taps well, Curse Bullet onto Hazu, Judgment from Tyrael, Bullseye from Dino, and that is a Finland! Team Ukraine will be all taken down, 13-5 in kills in total, and Team Germany will find victory here in their first map, and their only series of the day. As the center will be used as well at the tail end, and that's going to be GG. Team Germany with map 1 victory. Well then. GG, well played. See here. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry, the people in the ski chat are talking about vegan stuff. I'm not eating any of their nasty-ass vegan stuff. Let's get into it, everyone! On the left-hand side, it's going to be Team Germany. On the right side, it's going to be Team Ukraine. It looks like Team Ukraine has opted in for map pick priority. What's up, forget what? For the tier 2.
Because I made such a bad mistake, I need to jump scare people.
Thank you
it
very
also
much.
Makes draft that much better.
Cocky little freak!
Apparently. Forget what, thank you for the tier 2 for 46 months. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you very much, Cap. Thanks for the Starfox alert. Thank you, bud. I appreciate it. You have enough points for a free large sub. Ooh, this is so good today. Anyways, food aside, we've got our Chromie and Hogger Bandway on the left-hand side. Maev and what will be removed. First pick is over to the side of Germany. The members of Team Ukraine are going to be choosing this map as the losing team, so there's something they want to utilize here. What are we going to get rid of? Junkrat, okay. Kael'thas is up, and you can do globes with him. I don't think he's going to be a first pick. Sylvanas is up, which could easily be a first pick for either side. Gul'dan could be an early priority. Garrosh could be a consideration, a Nubarak as well. There's a lot of different avenues we could be heading into. It's going to be a first pick right wing. Okay, with the Deathwing skin. Do we get an answer with a Deathwing with the Brightwing skin? This would not be a bad map for Deathwing realistically. Or does Ukraine pick up the early Sylvanas? Early Sylvanas isn't like a crazy idea in my opinion. Vala and Rhaegar. Okay, so it could be a hyper carry situation. Could see Kerrigan for either side as well. I do think Kerrigan would be a solid pickup for either team on Infernal Shrines. Double Soak, Stackage, you have a lot of really good control and team fight, wave clear, shrine clear. Speaking of, Leoric could be a priority as well. He was not could be a priority as well. He was not played in map number 1. We'll get double global with the Falstad and Brightwing. Diablo picked up for Germany as well for the hard initiation. Mid-ban phase, Nancy.
Yes.
Congratulations on your watch streak. It's big, a 60 watch streak, huge. How you doing today, bud? Hopefully your Sunday's treating you well. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Ban on the right, maybe solo. Oh, really? Getting rid of the hammer. Okay. More hammer bans coming through. Left side ban. Main tank is needed. Could be a Garrosh ban if Germany doesn't want to deal with the Garrosh if they're going a dive composition. Could also be like a Nubarak wouldn't be a bad ban. Stitches could be a ban. Junkrat wouldn't be. Oh no, Junkrat's already been banned. Kerrigan could be a consideration. This could also be a Sylvanas as well. Germany could get rid of that Sylvanas against Ukraine. I'll get rid of Dahaka. Okay. So what are we going to see here from Ukraine? I feel like this is main tank. And I feel like you honestly go main tank Sylvanas, and then you flex your last pick for the solo lane up against the enemy solo lane. Unless there's a specific solo lane you want to grab, like Leoric or Yrel or D.Va. D.Va has been played a little bit in this tournament thus far. Tychus will be grabbed with, what? Garrosh? Muradin. Okay. No Garrosh play. And so they will flex that solo lane spot. Leoric with the Diablo, Falstad, Brightwing is really good together. I like it. And then you could Kerrigan too. Honestly, Kerrigan, Leoric as these last two spots, I think it'd work out great. Kael'thas will be grabbed. All right, chat. We're getting Convection, right? It's going to be Convection. It's going to be Convection. Out the gate. Snap pick Convection. I know it. I can feel it. Into the Leoric. I think Yrel could still be a solid pickup. You could consider Arthas as well if you wanted to have that Howling Blast and Lockdown. Hogger's already been banned. I think it's just going to be Yrel, realistically. Oh! Okay. Not what I was anticipating, but Zeratul last pick. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Team Germany leads this series. It's a best of 3 in our second of 3 best of 3s today. I do not know why France 2 forfeited their game. That's the answer I have for you. Sorry. No need to spam the gamble. No need to spam the gamble. It's already there.
Yes.
Congratulations on your 45 watch streak. Forget what? A lot of streakers today. A lot of streakers. Thank you. Appreciate it. The left side of the map is going to be Team Germany. Death Knight, Brightwing, Dark Wolf, Diablo, Hazu, Obs is your Leoric, a Dino, Falstad, and Ultralist Kael'thas, accidentally taking Mana Addict to level 1. Blu-ray, the Muradin for Team Ukraine, trying to rally and take us into a map number 3 and keep max maps going today. Glenjik is going to be on the Rhaegar, Yashiro, Vala, Roby Kenobi, Tychus, and a Hopaka Zeratul. Frequent Flyer, Falstad, pretty standard Devil's Due Diablo. We have been seeing a bit more lately. Devil's Due's popping up a bit more, but I mean, realistically, if you look on the right-hand side, I mean, Zeratul does have some spell burst. This is going to be Osin's Renewal for Leoric, Hypershift Brightwing, Mana Addict as we joked about. We do have Quarterback Tychus, Creed of the Hunter Vala, Colossal Totem Rhaegar, Murden with the Dwarf Lock, and Zeratul is what? Zeratul Greater Cleave level 1. Hazu's gonna take a bit of poke damage. They don't let you get a free sub anymore. You have to buy something. Can you buy like a cookie? Or can you buy like a small soda or something? Buy some mints. Zeratul completely invisible. Gets the cleave onto Hazuobs as he walks into lane. The right side camp is not going to be invaded. Roby Kenobi gets that on this Tychus. Hammering pokes onto the enemy here and there. We do have Dark Wolf getting hit with a Stormbolt. There's going to be a Flame Strike onto a couple enemies as well. So many low health bars on both sides. Living Bomb applied to Roby Kenobi. But they will not spread it to the allies. An invade on the camp will be successful for the side of Team Ukraine. First objective will be mortar in the mid lane. Hazu almost takes down the Zeratul. I don't know how I feel about this solo lane Zeratul, I'm not going to lie. I really don't know how I feel about it. Living Bomb applied to the Vala down over here. This camp will be leashed for the time being. Zeratul is going to grab experience mid and pushes the wave up. There's going to be the 3 Impalers rocketing in spears here to take down this fort gate, or at least open things up. And those will be getting significant value here. Not a bad start. Leorc checks the right side camp. Paka low on HP. Check and see if they have a well tap. Not for 67 more seconds. Bottom lane camp is going to be grabbed by Team Ukraine, and they are kicking off with a pretty good momentum here. What's up, Stark? Neil Peasants, Leoric, you've got your Diablo going into the devastating charge. Sorry, the Sacrificial Soul at level 4 here, so 20 armor is applied to Diablo, and he gets 10 souls when landing the collision into terrain with a shadow charge, and when he's at full souls, he gets the 40 armor, and it's a 3-second duration, memory serves correct. Yes, 3-second duration, and you still get the 10 souls, but obviously, if you're at 100%, you don't get any more souls, duh. As Zeratul has the way pushed up a bit in top lane, Hazu will go clear that out. Zeratul's going to go grab a Fallen Shaman on the right with the help of Tychus. He is going to go the bigger they are, so having the extra 4% damage on his minigun to enemy heroes above 30% health. Once they drop to that 30, that bonus is no longer available, but I mean, you're still dealing damage. Magic Spit, Bright Wing, Frequent Flyer, Hammer Gains, yeah, Netherwind, Kael'thas, Death Dealer, Greater Cleave at level 1 with your Rending Cleave at level 4 as well. Healing, Thunder Burn for the Muradin, Earth Living Enchantment. Does look like this is going to be first objective, though, over the side of Team Germany. I don't know if Ukraine's going to step in for this. I mean, it's 34 to 36 to 2. Maybe they get a couple autos on the Dark Wolf here, but I feel like this is an easy objective. Meanwhile, I mean, realistically, also, Falstead's currently soaking and getting more baseline stacks. Shadow Charge onto the Muradin on the left-hand side. Tychus minigun is active. The Drain from New York applied. If the members of Ukraine get this, that'll be actually wild. That'll be crazier than the steal that we had back in CCL warm-ups, or the icebreaker that we did, if you guys remember that, right before the season. Phase from Right Wing, Hazu stepping in. There's going to be a Drain applied to Gravity Lapse. There's going to be Flame Strikes. Roby Kenobi getting a little bit low here. The Living Bomb to take them down. Actually, Falstad takes credit for the kill. First Blood will be picked up by Team Germany. As Diablo actually going in for this 1v3 casually. Dark Wolf is getting chunked. Pixie Dust applied, and Diablo will be able to back away. Some well taps to be had through the top lane. Mid lane, Dino's already getting damage onto the fort center gate. Next Punisher jump will be available into enemies. We have a flank on the left-hand side from Muradin. Yoshiro a little bit low, gets a quick chain heal from that. Rhaegar is, Blu-ray is going to be hit with the Living Bomb. The Magic Spit won't be enough. There's going to be Leoric hit with the Wraith Walk in, and the mace to the face. Muradin will be taken down. Fort Gate is taken, or cleared out in mid lane. Opaka gets hit with the Living Bomb. Will Hearth out in the top corner. No interrupt onto that one. And this will be 2-0 in kills, favoring the side of Team Germany. As Falstead at 5 minutes has 100 of the 300 stacks. That's big. That's big. Nicely done, Ninja. Dino gets a patient from Right Wing. There's a collision into the wall onto this Rhaegar, but Vala has decent damage on the Dark Wolf, and so does the minigun of Tychus. Diablo gets no activation for the overpowered Shadow Charge, but Dino will be traded for the Rhaegar. This is going to be a couple kills in favor of your... Wait, is there a quarterback grenade? It misses onto Death Knight, and Vala goes down. I was staring at the Brightwing, anticipating Tychus grenade to hit, but it's Vala who gets taken down. The grenade misses. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate for the side of Team Ukraine. I thought they were going to come out on top of that, but it's 4-2 in kills overall, as the heroics are going to be at the top of our screen. We were cycling through the other numbers. The Orc is hearthing out on the left side right over there. We do have a fight into top lane from Falstad. Gust, Phoenix, Apocalypse, which is anticipated with the Shadow Charge build. A Blink Heal, Brightwing, and Leoric. There's no way Hazu's going to go March of the Black King. It is absolutely going to be a tomb right there. Excuse me. Rain of Vengeance, Ancestral, Avatar, Odin, and VP. Might have been theirs even from Zeratul. Stormbolt, Rain of Vengeance, decent damage onto Dark Wolf, who will be taken down. No souls for Diablo to spawn back in faster, as he sits on 20 currently. Next objective, I didn't look at the timer, but it's going to be, I'd say we're about a minute away. But Blu-ray setting up in the bush. Odin has been summoned to work through the fort gate. And if Team Ukraine can get the next objective, they will be able to push onto the structure as well. Some Annihilation and Ragnarok missiles fired towards Leoric, but he's going to be able to rotate back into the lane. And Odin's going to be expiring in a moment. You can see the dial, the dial around that armor bar is what's going to signify that, as we have an Entomb from Leoric. The Gravity Labs misses. Dyke is trying to back away, but Falstad is right there for the autos needed. Rain of Vengeance on the Dino. The Gust is late, and Vala gets the kill. Dark Wolf on the left-hand side is going to be getting a phase shift, but Vala is going to be able to just sidestep the Apocalypse. It does relatively nothing as Brightwing is able to blink over to an ally. Was that a Purge? Did I see Rhaegar use Purge on Brightwing? I did. Yes, I did see that animation. 60-second cooldown was on 52 seconds when I checked. Bottom lane Punisher, Team Ukraine, 5-5 in kills. And it's level 12 for both, but Impaler camp in mid with Minion Wave pushing up a bit. Flame Strike clearing things out. We do have Kael'thas picking up his 20th regeneration globe, so he has the activation for the Arcane Barrier. Drain applied. Retreat Ping is going to be called out. Blu-ray looks to back away. Diablo's back over here. 30 souls for him. 140 stacks for the Falstad at 8 minutes. Pretty good still. 32-8. Multi-shot checks the corridor, but Diablo's in the bush just above. Falstad, yeah, I was going to say, they're currently cornering this Zeratul, and he will be taken down in top lane. Falstad and your Brightwing pushing up onto the fort gate of top lane. And is this going to be... What's the game plan right now? Vala's going to be joining Muradin for the siege. Tychus heads to top. Rhaegar soaks mid, it looks like. Phoenix thrown out by Kael'thas. There's a Punisher jump over onto Diablo. Arcane Blades are spinning. Vala uses sidewall to get that hatred built back up. Phoenix is going to expire here. 7-second duration. Diablo shadow charging in. Vala with the read. There's going to be a flight in from Falstad. A Rain of Vengeance from the Vala as well. Polymorph into the Vala left-hand side. She's trying to back away. The Ancestral Healing will be utilized. Vala going to try and play her on the Punisher jump. There's going to be a tower shot into Yashiro for the -20 armor, and Vala is so split from her team right now. Yashiro will not be hit with the Gravity Labs. Going to just corner themselves. Rain of Vengeance, vault forward, and Dino does get the kill. Vala does get a 100th stack, but that's her 3rd death if memory serves right. The Orc will be taken down. The bottom lane fort is low. 2nd death of Vala, excuse me. 15% for her bonus attack speed. As Zeratul looks to take down the keep, he blinks back with the Wormhole level 7. He does also have that level 13 Shroud of the Doom. The Zeratul gains a shield equal to 20% of his maximum health over 3 seconds while under permanent cloak. Zeratul heads back into the top lane. The Orc is going to respawn here in mid. The Flame Strike from Kael'thas, allowing the wave to be cleared. And Zeratul continues his solo lane duties. Top lane, Frozen Punisher coming up next. I'd venture guess around 13 minutes in game time. Maybe a little bit before that. Nice grenade into the bush, scouts out the Diablo. 66 souls, Rain of Vengeance catches his hoof. Tychus overkill, Diablo uses a minion to shadow charge away. Zeratul's here as well to jump in. And that'll be Kael'thas taken down by the Vala Entomb onto Hopaka, who gets picked up by Falstad. A Gust to push back a few enemies. Muradin wants to chase onto Muradin. Stormbolt pierces and lands. The overkill from Tychus with the spray and pray. Level 13. We could see the Titan Grenade. Could be also armor-piercing rounds. We don't have the melting point at level 7, which is often the signifier that will get another grenade at level 16. It's probably going to be armor-piercing rounds with the spray and pray. Could see Ken do this all day. Probably big red button. A rare bob and weave is picked up here and there at level 20, but 8 to 8 in kills. Next objective still about 2 minutes away. That sounds a little too far away. Dark Wolf is dead here. Rain of Vengeance onto Dino. Rhaegar somehow chased in with the lunge over the wall to follow the barrel roll, and Ultralisk is the next one to go down. The Living Bomb will get some damage, but this is mid lane fort to fall now because the mini wave is here. Inspired. Vala's got max hatred. She's at 134 on that stackage. With the Manticore 16, Odin will be summoned through mid lane as Zeratul pushes the wave up in top lane up against that fort. Gate still available, yeah. But I mean, there's only a Leoric and a Brightwing, so yeah, Zeratul's got free reign to get some autos in. Unfortunately, the minion wave getting very thin very quickly. Mid lane keep gate has been completely opened up. Odin has a small duration left. The Impaler camp is still here. Pings onto the keep. They want to confirm this keep. They don't have a minion wave. They got to be a little careful. Diablo respawning. Kael'thas soon. There's going to be an entomb from Leoric. Tychus is going to go ahead and just minigun with the armor-piercing rounds. Level 16 pickup as well. Roby Kenobi dashes to the side. Falstad barrel rolls in with the hammering going out as well. The secret weapon value level 7. Overkill activated. Leoric comes in with the big mace. There's a gust from Falstad. He gets taken down by the Vala. Apocalypse was utilized, finding minimal value. Vala vaulting forward, and that is Leoric also going to be taken down. Diablo's also next to go down. He's full on souls, has the respawn. Ultralisk gets a gravity lapse onto Zeratul. Rhaegar lunging in onto the Ultralisk. Kael'thas, the Arcane Barrier is active, immediately eaten. Vala vaulting around. If only there was a way for the structures to prioritize heroes that were diving the allies underneath their structure. If only! As Brightwing goes down, Vala vaults in with Death Dealer value. The mid lane keep is being dropped low, possibly taken down. Now, are they going core here? I don't think so. But that is constant catapult pressure through mid lane. Fort still available in top, mid, and bottom for the members of Ukraine as Zeratul continues to solo lane duty, picking up some experience bottom and looks to push up the wave. Kael'thas sees the shimmer. Zeratul is going to use that Shroud of Adun. He did go into the Void Slash level 16, by the way. Living Bomb applied to a minion. Zeratul is just still chilling invisible. Falstad rotating in. Barrel roll in, hammering, avoided by a blink. Meanwhile, the objective has been started by Vala over here. Alrighty. So Zeratul has that bottom lane pushed up. He's going to continue just being a harassment in this. Falstad's going to gust up against the wall, but Hopaka just blinks to the side. Hammering thrown back. Diablo's coming in. The wormhole back over here. Jukes nearly the entire enemy team. Brightwing. Arcane. Flare goes out. They're trying to get Hopaka, who's going to dip, dive, and dodge. And will not be taken down. Vala's going to 39 the objective. Pushes up the minion wave onto the fort. Death Dealer resets. Danger pings onto her because the enemy team does disappear, but Zeratul's going to have vision of Diablo. And a right side Impaler camp is grabbed from mid lane. Burden currently working on the bottom lane of Impaler camp as well. 83 stacks for him. Less than 80 to go for his Mythic, which we've only seen once in this tournament. And that game was, I think, a little drawn out to get that Mythic. I'm not going to lie. 241 stacks for the Falstad. 14-ish minutes with your level 18 to just about 20. Tychus Overkill is active. What do we get for the 20s, though? Because those will be rolling through. Vala is going to finish out the last Skeletal Defender. Twilight Falls, Farseer's Blessing, Big Red Button, Mountain King, and Vala's going to be going into the Farflight Quiver when she's at max hatred. Excuse me, she outranges structures by 0.2. Bottom lane Impaler camp against the side of Team Ukraine. Germany setting up for a defense here. As actually, it looks like Burden was harassing a little bit, or Burden actually is the target. Hellgate, or that's Apocalypse activation of the Burden. He will be able to get his avatar double Dwarf Toss. Gust into the corner. Hopaka's going to be just like, all right, cool, I'll just blink over here then. Leoric's going to try and Wraithwalk and chase in, and Zeratul is going to double back as the keep in top lane will be taken down during all of this. Here, a Falstad flight. He's going to try and maybe flank Gust onto the enemies. Oh no, Dino. Good night. Brightwing falls as well. The Rain of Vengeance onto Leoric as Hazu will be the next to go down. And ladies and gentlemen, Silly Samuros and Cho'Gall champions, we got ourselves a max duration on our second of 3 best 3s today. It is going to be... Well, we're on the trajectory for a full day of games. You'll love to see it. Yesterday we went... I think we were one map shy of a full day of games, right? I think we had 11 of the possible 12. And right now, we are going to be entering into the sixth map of our possible 9 today. GG, well played. No, I don't know why France 2 forfeit. I'm just going to keep saying it throughout the day because I know people are going to keep asking. People want that drama. I don't think there's any drama. I think it's just they can't play or... I don't know. Alrighty, let's get into it, everyone. We have Germany on the left-hand side with Ukraine on the right. There is your Twitch gamble for Towers of Doom. Our third best of 3 of the day, going to a map number 3, and map number 3 is Towers of Doom. The universe smiles upon us today, chat. The universe smiles upon us as we get a first pick over the side of Ukraine, so this will be map choice coming out from the losing side of Germany. 20 heroes are unavailable since this is the Meta Madness style of draft, so no Brightwing, Kael'thas, nothing from our map number 1 Battlefield of Eternity as well, no Cassia, Greymane, none of them can be played, and so we'll see 24 heroes unavailable at the first pick of this for Ukraine, because of course we have the 4 extra bans. Chromie and Hammer will be banned away for Towers of Doom. Dahaka is still up. Yeah, Dahaka's still up because he was banned away in the last match. Junkrat's up and available. I believe Sylvanas is still up and available, and Ukraine does love their Sylvanas. Maybe they first pick it here. I don't think a first pick Sylvanas is a bad choice. Especially where her kit sits, especially with Hopaka playstyle. Hopaka's Sylvanas is just absolutely pacha. Never mind! Bye-bye, Sylvanas. No Sylvanas in this series. I believe she was permabanned in the first best of 3 of the day as well. And she'll see no play in this best of 3. So no Banshee Queen. Unfortunate for us. And what do we want to ban here from the side of Germany? Is there a Dahaka ban potentially? I could see Ukraine easily first picking the Dahaka. I'll get rid of Genji. Okay. So what does Ukraine want to do here? Because as I said, I could definitely see the Dahaka first pick. Anduin, I think, is still available. If memory serves correct, I think he has not. I don't think he's been played yet in this series. So... Junkrat. Junkrat will be grabbed. This is also another good map for Tyrande as well. We do see Tyrande being picked up here I'd say pretty consistently, honestly. I think she's got a ton of value. Could see a Stitches comp as well. No Medivh available, but you could see... no, wait, Malfurion's already been played as well. But you could go actually Tyrande still. Yeah, Tyrande, Stitches, and Old Classic together. What's Germany going to do here?
This realm needs me.
So there's no Zeratul, which is often a harassing tool for the Lost Vikings. But you could Butcher. I doubt they will. But you could Butcher and just eat up those Vikings. Om nom nom. All the Viking meat. We'll see. I doubt it. I doubt it. It's fun to meme, though. A Nubarak, okay. A Nubarak probably going to Nerubian Armor level 1. I could see Legion of Beetles as well, but Nerubian Armor to increase that spell armor. Hogger pickup as well is pretty nice here. So... Ban-wise, a healer is needed on the right. Both teams need a healer. I could see... Unless Germany isn't planning to take the Anduin, and I'm pretty sure it hasn't been played, I could see this being an Anduin ban. Absolutely. Li Ming, Vikings. Garrosh maybe ban? I could see a Garrosh ban actually. A lot of good poke and harassment from him. They'll just target the Dino Tracer. Okay. Really not sure what Germany's going to be leaning into, but the Tracer ban I think is just safe. Just get rid of that. Cassia's already been played. I don't think they're going to double mage with a Jaina or anything like that. What's your setup with Li Ming?
The light we will forge a great destiny.
I could see a last pick Kerrigan. I feel like I could see like Dino swapping to Li Ming and Ultralisk going for Kerrigan. That could be it. Last 2 picks on the right side. You got Hogger, Soul Lane, gonna need a healer. I don't think it's gonna be Butcher. Could maybe see Illidan, could maybe see Samuro. I don't think it's like Abath or Samuro, or Abath or Illidan.
Mecha Tassadar.
Tassadar Ana. A lot of good poke from Tassadar. Force walls to maybe block enemies or stall out retreats. Ana sleep darts are pretty on point. Biotic grenade for healing debuff, a 1.75 second duration baseline can be increased to 2.5 with that anti-healer level 7. Last pick here, I feel like it's going to be some sort of sustained damage dealer. Wasn't anticipating a Deathwing. Is this going to be a Q-Build Tassadar with like Static Charge level 1 and then Thermal Lance 16? We do see a lot of Size Storm. I doubt it's Kyderian Amulet. I don't think you want to be standing still here. I think it's going to be like a Q-Build Tassadar. I at least expect the Thermal Lance at 16, though. That percent base damage will be huge against Deathwing. Let's get into it. Let's find out who wins this. So Twitch prediction at the top of your screen. You got 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get your gambles in. Let's make it a nice big one here. As a reminder, our next series is going to be Team Netherlands versus... Oh, where is my bracket? There's my league stage. I believe it's Team Netherlands versus Team Poland 2. Yes, indeed. It is Team Netherlands versus Team Poland 2. Coming up next, that'll be our final best of 3 of the day. And maybe we'll see if that one goes full maps, because so far we are full maps every single series thus today. The left side of the map is going to be Team Germany. Olaf, Balog, and Eric, the Lost Vikings, to be played by Hazu, Ultralisk, Li Ming, Dino, Deathwing, Darkwolf, Varian, Death Knight, Uther. Right side of the map is going to be Team Ukraine. Gelenjik is your Ana, Blu-ray Anubarak, Yashiro is that Junkrat, Roby Kenobi, Tassadar, and Holpaka for the Hogger.
10 seconds.
Olaf the Stout, Aether Walker, Dragon Soul, Overpower Varian, Wave of Light Uther,
4,
Shockwave, or Static Charge for the
2,
Tassadars I talked about.
1.
We do have your extra wound timers for Junkrat, the Ruby and Armor Anubarak, as we also talked about, Biotic Grenade upgrade with the Contact Healing, and Hogger on the Prowl. You're bad. Oh, time to write a Reddit post about Moodier. How dare you, Twitch chat, get something wrong? Whoa! Roby Kenobi's gonna get bursted, but not taken down. Big damage immediately coming through. There's a Force Wall. Deathwing's biggest enemy, walls. Staggering blow, trying to get the stun onto Hazu Eric as there's a little Hog Wild canceled early. And Eric is gonna hurry it up and run away. We do have Olaf in mid lane gonna be soaking up globes, and Deathwing over here is trying to delay this camp. We have Darkwolf rotating in as well. Been playing Terraria again? Dude, Terraria is one of those games where you can lose a day easily. Deathwing lunging in. Incinerate, Wing Flaps as well. Concussion Mine gets the secondary displacement, but Dino obviously is not going to be pushed around, and the camp invade will be successful. Not a lot of experience from that. Darkwolf does go down with that positioning. A little split from the team, which I think was the Concussion Mine. And so both camps will be picked up by the side of Team Germany. Will they be able to get the charge of these sappers in through bottom? Impale from Blu-ray leads me to believe, nope. Stun. Magic missiles firing out, and the sapper does get cleared. Impale, Biotic Grenade onto Ultralisk. Concussion Mine not getting the knockback that they're hoping for. Roby Kenobi is going to get a Force Wall down. Variant's not a real boy. And Shockray going to get some free stackage up against the Viking. Ubrak trying to get the burrow onto Dark Wolf. The Impale misses as well. Hogger will take down Eric finally in the top lane. I believe our Viking tracker is working correctly. We'll check here in mid lane really quickly as Olaf. No, it's not. He didn't go up to 6. I don't know how it broke. I don't know why it broke, but it did. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll check it later on. Magic Missiles poke onto a Ubrak. Healing Dart will be the answer back into his health bar. Deathwing rotating in. A little wave of life as well. Onslaught forward gets no damage. As another shock ray goes out for the 25th of 200 stacks. Onslaught up away from the enemies. And our Twitch prediction closes out. Germany believers once again. Payout's looking good if Team Ukraine wins. We'll see if they can get the upset. Onslaught again in from Deathwing. Incinerate onto the wave. Triple altar phase coming up. Top left and right. Of course, the center is the RNG for this one. Blessed be the bush trap. Nicely done, chest looter. Varian charging. Taunting onto Junkrat. Ultralisk going for the channel. No interrupt. Hogger's being harassed. Oh, the 40-0 Dream is alive. Sorry, Tassadar dies as I'm looking at this top left. The 40-0 Dream is alive for the Vikings. Well, for Germany, but, you know, Vikings, yeah. All right, we'll see. All right, 40-0 Dream. We'll see if they can get it. If Germany 40-0s, I will gift a sub to chat. I 100% will gift a sub to chat if Germany gets the 40-0. Shock Ray goes out. Onslaught forward from Deathwing. They're going to steal away this camp once again. Single objective in the bottom of the map, I do believe. Coming up in about a minute. Blu-ray is low. Olaf charges in. Has a little spin as well. And let's take a look at that Viking tracker. Yeah, he's at 16 stacks currently, for those wondering. So his current regen is 14.45. As we get a little healing dart up from Gelimjik. Oh! Level 7 for the Ana, by the way, the mind-numbing agent. Every dose hero has reduces their spell power by 10%. The overdose, by the way, Sleep Dart applies 4 doses while ADS, or aim down sights, is active. Sleep Dart pierces all enemy heroes. During that ADS, sorry, I phrased that a little weird there. Kushmine, Junkrat jumps to the side. Steel Trap, nicely done, Chest Looter again. Force Wall, Electric Fence. There's going to be a burrow on to Varian. He's got the anti-healing applied with the Biter Grenade hitting him. That laugh in the background means the boss is up. Deathwing drops down into the bottom lane wave. Yoshiro is going to use a Concussion Mine to back off, as it is going to be Taster Explosions level 4 and your Sticky Wicket level 7. Single objective at the bottom of the map. Does the 40-0 Dream continue? Are we looking at a 40-24 game? Viking to be lost in mid lane. Shock Ray, I think it hit Hazu there. No, it actually didn't. This health bar's full. But a delay from Junkrat with a grenade. Another grenade will get another delay. Shock Ray doesn't hit. Hazu doesn't have the re-channel onto this. A lot of dots over here onto Uther and Li Ming, and keep in mind that healing is tied to spell power as well. So mind-numbing agent from this Ana might have been an absolute 200 IQ pickup here, as that is going to be another 4 shots into the Ukrainian core. The 40-0 Dream continues as Ultralisk blinks to the side, pings into Yoshiro, but Ultralisk has relatively no mana. Shock Ray needs to be careful right there. Onslaught from Deathwing with the Cataclysm into the enemies. Magic Missiles poking here and there, but Ultralisk just does not have the health bar to really make this fight work out. A cleanse onto Varian. As an Incinerate from Deathwing, Wind Flap will happen. Uh-oh. Viking lost here. Hogger continues to push up top lane as a Baylog moves his way back into top. And the next objective, top left and right. As the 10 talent is going to be here for both sides. Skyfall from the Deathwing at level 7 is the pickup. You do have your Warbringer for the Varian. Divine Shield, Bellowing Roar, Wave of Light, or Wave of Force, as well as the play again from your Viking. Archon, Riptire, Cocoon, Eye of Horus, and Hortapult on the Hogger as Germany looks to invade once again. Gushmine is on the point. Viking is trying to get the trigger of that. It looks like the Riptire does zone, and the camp will be picked up. Hazu loses another Viking. Now, is it going to be Team Ukraine with the invade? Varian charged taunt onto Blu-ray. Archon activated here. Force Wall blocks. And the electric fence was used as well, or picked up on that. Top, left, and right. Typically traded between the solo laners. But the Vikings did harass Hogger earlier, and they did sneak the right side. Or did get the left side, sorry. Arcane Orb onto Yoshiro. Big damage. Alright, what's the setup here from Germany? Is this where they get... Is this where the 40-0 Dream falls away? I see an assist ping, but I'm assuming it's from Team Ukraine, so I think the 40-0 Dream is dead.
The altar is ours. Fire upon the Gravekeeper. Enough of this charade. Bring down the grave.
Wait, are they really? Are they really still delaying this? I don't think they are. I think it's just Skyfall delays. I think that's really it. Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. What? No, wait. No. Dino. Wait. Bellowing Roar pushes Tassadar to the side, and Ubrek is going to be assisted. Or sorry, is assisting in some zoning of the Varian and such. Li Ming gonna get an Arcane Orb out as well. I don't think Germany is gonna be able to defend this or delay this. 52 stacks, 53 stacks for your Wave of Light for Uther. A couple grenades coming out as well. Getting onto Li Ming. Riptire from Junkrat is summoned. Varian will get the Divine Shield. Li Ming gets blasted by that damage. Deathwing did take flight, by the way. He's got Skyfall, I'm assuming. Li Ming will be taking down Cocoon onto Uther here. As the Eye of Horror shots are coming out, Nubrek goes in for another... And that'll be Uther taken down. Okay, so yeah, this is Skyfall delay. But I think the Dream is dead. I think the Dream is dead. Unless Dino's gonna literally drop down. Yep, there it is. Dream dead. GG. Ukraine wins. Let's pay out the gamble. Alright, Ripper Air at level 13. Our Viking tracker, if you're curious, he is currently sitting at 42 regeneration globes on those Vikings. As we're staying on the Ana Vision so we can see the dosage for that mind-numbing agent. Because it's minus 10% spell power per stack. Oh, Fire and Fury level 13 for the Deathwing. We haven't seen this a ton. It was like the main pick, and then it just didn't... It was Ruination for a while. But yeah, Fire and Fury basic attacks against rooted, slowed, or stunned enemy heroes deal 40% additional damage and reduce the cooldown of Deathwing basic abilities by 0.5 seconds. Cataclysm. Cataclysm to chase out. Another Viking will be lost. A taunt on to your Tassadar. He gets taken down. Riptire from Junkrat. Vikings play again, looking to jump onto this Ana as the Deathwing onslaught is going to be there as well. Geldenjek is trying to get away. Is there a bite? And there is. Deathwing is low, bellowing roar into Junkrat, but he had the grenade damage needed to take down the raid boss. And Hogger in top lane gets away, pushed up onto the fort, almost taking it down. Auto attacking on the two side walls and just keeping that rage up. Single objective center of the map. As we look at a 36 to 20 game. Bracken bottom. He's going to be able to burrow charge out. Pressure Mine allows Junkrat to reposition to the right. And a few more grenades will be thrown out. Psystorm from Tassadar as well.
The time is now.
Shock Ray onto your Varian. Hazuab's going for the channel here. Yoshiro tries to step up for a delay, but the Skyfall from Deathwing almost takes down Junkrat. He gets a Concussion Mine. Eye of Force from Liana for heals. Gets a delay onto Hazu, but I think... Oh no, Hazu still is interrupted. Li Ming will get that Wave of Force kill. Reset for her. Hazu gets the channel. And 4 more shots right into the enemy core. It is 36 to 16. 20-point game in favor of Team Germany as Hopaka looks to hog wild to safety through that camp and will be able to do so. Deathwing a 10th of the way through his Hour of Twilight stacks at 200 of the 2,000 needed. Just a casual, like, 20 more kills or so. Don't check that math, just accept it. 16 talent here on the left side. Junkrat uses Ripper Air to get into the wave a little bit faster. Center teleport is upgraded, or opened up, and the structure is now upgraded to keep values. And your Viking tracker, just if you're curious, 55 globes for the Vikings right now as an Arcane Orb hits onto your Ana here. Triumvirate getting that cooldown reduction value. Eric in top lane is harassing onto Hogger. I don't think Hopaka really cares about this. Onslaught from Deathwing chasing under your Shiro gets no damage. Concussion Mine damages Deathwing. That's really about it. Variant taunting, and that'll be a Nubrak taken down. A reset for Li Ming. Well, theoretically, the math is there right now for this to be a Germany victory if they get all 3 objectives plus boss. 12 shots between 3 objectives, 4 shots from the boss, total to 16. Very rare situation, but it did happen yesterday, actually. The team that I predicted for it to happen to, it was the opposite, though. A Viking lost in bottom, a Viking lost in top, Sappers charge in.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
And it's looking like 3 to 5 potentially in shots as Hogger bounces around on this objective, or this, bounces around through the boss pit. Vikings will delay out Hogger right side. Deathwing drops down, and Junkrat will be picked off. That is 3 shots, so 36 to 13. Is there a altar conversion of bottom lane? Dark Wolf is so low. Minion is not going to be the kill. Tassadar, Archon tower shot is there. Ana will be taken down as well. Vikings are still harassing onto Hogger here. You do have that large in charge for Olaf. He is going to be stout as well. Is there a play again for Vikings? Not for 60 seconds. And Germany, they only get 3 shots in so far.
Hero slain.
And by the way, Sapper did go over the wall, by the way, so 35 to 13. Death Knight delayed. No way! Death Knight doesn't get delayed there?
Mine alone.
Well, it's 30 to 10. I assume Hogger gets top right. Deathwing does have a few delays. Might drop down. Deathwing Skyfall. Interrupting Yashir and Hopaka. Does Dino drop? No. Alright, so the 5 shots do go in, and as I said, it's a 20-point game, 30 to 10. Boss is still up. Bell towers need to be converted on respective sides. Or actually, just no, on the respective side of Germany. Sorry, my brain read this one backwards. And we're getting close to 20s for both teams. Let's go ahead and cycle through the numbers again. Is there a collapse on a Deathwing bottom lane? Thermal Lance damage is pretty good. As Nubrak looks to step up, Sappers will be cleared away. Li Ming is poking onto the bell tower of top lane. And it is a double objective coming up in the center bottom locations. Current shots would be no victory for the side of Germany. They need to at least get the bottom right bell tower and get both objectives for the 10 total shots, but wait for the 20s to come through. Stats going through at the bottom of your screen. Oracle from Tassadar used to get some vision. Li Ming is going to leave this bell tower on a sliver. The minion wave probably gets this, or the Vikings. Sappers and bottom are pushing up. This is a lot of damage on Dark Wolf. Gets the Divine Shield. Riptire coming out from Junkrat as well. Riptire will hit onto Dark Wolf. Uther hit with a cocoon. Viking lost in top lane. A Viking possibly lost here in bottom. Play again. That's going to be in mid lane, isn't it? Yeah. Play again from the Vikings. Activated mid. 20 talents here is going to be off this minion wave for the side of Team Germany. See what they get for upgrades. As it is going to be your Fury of the Storm, Repulsion, Stood in Fire, Glory to the Alliance, and Redemption for the Uther.
Take the altars and put an end to the grave.
Dino's got some pressure onto this Junkrat over here. Shock Rays going out. Dino getting chunked. Hogger spins in for a delay. We do have a Viking trying to channel bottom. Ana with the Eye of Horus delay a little bit as well. Hazu getting interrupted here. The minion wave with Junkrat grenades will be enough. And that's going to be cannonballs, force barrier, no control, rewind a Nubrak, and Deadeye for the Ana, I assume. Deathwing with a bunch of Skyfalls here. We do have Death Knight a little bit low. Roby Kenobi's the first to be taken down. A Riptire from Junkrat will be activated, and Dark Wolf will fall to the no control of Hogger Cataclysm from Deathwing. Viking gets the bottom lane channel, 30 to 6 in core HP. As another Viking goes for the center area channel, staggering blow. Easy throw dynamite, Death Knight will fall. Redemption, no golden swirl. As Hazu, I don't know if he's going to be able to get this channel in time. Anubrak burrows onto Ultralisk Cocoon onto the Li Ming. Another Viking to fall. One Viking remains going into top lane. Bellowing roar to create a little bit of space for Li Ming to possibly get away, but Anubrak is not going to be afflicted by that. Ultralisk blinks to the left-hand side. Eye of Horus with the Deadeye level 20, and Li Ming does get taken down here. Dino low. Yashiro even lower with 80 HP. Viking comes through with the kill needed. Dino trying to get the kill onto Ana. Ana will take down the Deathwing here as the Vikings chase in. And another Eric kill. Eric the real ranged assassin for the members of Team Germany. As Hazu taps well with one Viking, it applies to all. And your Baylog is going to be interrupted. We do have a danger ping on the center teleport as Tassadar will be taking that. Oh boy, what a game here, everybody. Varian, I think, is going to do the same thing. So you have a charge on the Tassadar. I think I heard a jump from the Vikings as there's a hurry up. Hazu will lose one. That was a no control on the Hazu, one Viking. Oh boy, Uther using center teleport as well. I mean, this objective plus boss is GG for Ukraine. Or against Ukraine, sorry, I misphrased that there. So Germany could find victory with objective plus boss channel or gathering achievement. There's going to be a stun onto Uther with a follow-up from Uther as well. The benediction coming through, and that's going to be a Nubrak taken down. Eye of Horus from the Hall of Storms trying to help out there, but it doesn't work out. The Hortipult from Hogger looking to chase onto Ultra. The Shock Ray sidestepped by Ultralisk gets the Divine Shield. Death Knight will be taken down. Maybe? Force Barrier. Viking has the channel, by the way. So Viking going for the channel. Uther does not have a golden swirl. Shots will rain into the core. Opaka will be picked off here. Tassadar and Ana, the last two defenders. Vikings play again. But I assume Germany just sprints to top lane for the boss, no? I mean, Tassadar, Ana, I don't think that they can really defend this, and I think Germany's got it in the bag. Bellowing Roar is off cooldown as well. We have Repulsion from Li Ming, which is a gigantic AoE push. And a Viking will anchor for the allies. Eye of Horus to get vision. And that'll be that. GG well played. Team Germany will find victory here on map number 3, Towers of Doom. And coming up next is our final best of 3 of the day. Is going to be Team Netherlands versus Team Poland 2. What's up, Vita? How you doing today, bud? Alrighty, everybody.
I'm gonna bust you up real good.
We are 3 subs away from more Star Fox 64 one-liners and more and to add in Resident Evil one-liners as well. So if you would like to help us hit that goal for more silly stuff in the stream, do consider it. But we're gonna go ahead and roll out ads and get ready for the final best of 3 of the day. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Hopefully you're having a good time, and you are all appreciated so very much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching the best MOBA to ever be made.